Hello kids, this is me again. Our story for today is about the Polish folklore entitled The Shoemaker and the Dragon. So before we start, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button to show support and so that you will be updated with our stories every time I upload a new video. The Shoemaker and the Dragon. King Krak lived in a castle on the top of Warwell Hill, high above the winding river Vistula, but his kingdom was not a happy one. Down below, in a cave at the bottom of the hill, lived a terrifying, fire-belching dragon called Smok Wawelski. Smok Wawelski struck fear into the hearts of everyone in the land. He stole cattle from the farms and set fire to houses, and when people rushed out in alarm, he'd snatch them up in his claws and take them back to his lair. Brave men came from far and wide to fight Smok Wawelski, but before they could get close enough to throw a spear or thrust a sword in his side, the blistering flames of the dragon's fiery breath would burn him to a cinder. King Krak was deeply troubled. People are too afraid to leave their houses or work in the fields, he told his daughter, Princess Wanda. There must be someone who can rid us of this curse. I wish I could fight the dragon myself, father, said the princess. But maybe there is a way I can help. I shall offer my hand in marriage to anyone who can defeat him. So, the following day, a proclamation was read throughout the land, offering the hand of the princess in marriage to anyone who could put an end to Smok Wawelski. Soon, many young men arrived, each with a daring plan to defeat the dragon and marry the princess, but despite their valor, everyone met the same grisly fate. Meanwhile, a clever young shoemaker in the town had been watching the dragon come and go from his workshop window. He had no sword or spear, no armor to protect him from the dragon's claws, but he had a bold idea. He waited until he saw Smok Wawelski fly from his cave, and then he ventured out to buy some sulfur. Handle this with care, said the miner who sold it to him. It's fiery stuff. Next, the shoemaker bought 3 dead sheep and filled their bellies with the sulfur. Then he stitched them up and heaved them into his cart. Keeping a sharp eye on the sky in case the dragon appeared, the shoemaker rode up to Smok Wawelski's cave and pushed the sheep off the cart, right in front of the entrance. Then he hurried out of sight and hid behind a rock. The shoemaker didn't have to wait long before he heard a terrifying roar and the dragon returned. Smok Wawelski stopped outside the cave, sniffed the sheep, and licked his smoldering lips. Although his claws were red with blood, he was still hungry. He devoured the sheep hooves, horns, and all, then went into his cave to rest. The shoemaker waited. Moments later, Smok Wawelski flew out again, puffing and wheezing, burning with fiery sulfur inside. He rushed down to the river and began to gulp water as fast as he could. But no matter how much he drank, he felt as though he'd swallowed a volcano. On and on and on he drank, swelling bigger and bigger and bigger until, with a deafening shriek, he exploded. At once, people came running down to the river. The shoemaker saved us. They cheered. There was much celebration on Warwell Hill that night, and it was soon followed by the happy wedding of Princess Wanda and the clever shoemaker. And if you visit Warwell Hill, high above the winding river Vistula, you may see the old king's castle and the dragon's cave for yourself. And that's our fiery story for today, kids. Always remember, kids, when there's a will, there's a way. Even if it is not your specialties. Until next time, kids. Bye.